come in and beat the undefeated team in Raptors uprising. So to see them triumph against a team that nobody thought would ever lose a game, oh man, you can't make this up.
It was really great to see, and the series was so fun to watch. But more importantly for me, I love seeing the stories behind some of these players.
Welcome, everyone, and let's go.
Well, the ceremony...
Thank you, D.A. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Now, here's Lowry. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus. And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head, force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 4-point game. It's stolen by Ibaka. Pass to Anunoby. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He's heady. He's unselfish. All VanVleet does is make winning plays.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the game here.
OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
Now here's VanVleet. Here's Ibaka, and Durant sends it back.
You forget, Durant has the reach of a center. He can provide rim protection.
Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
Here's Allen after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Allen left side. 5 to shoot. Here's Dinwiddie. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Raptors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Allen. Now here is Irving. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist by Irving.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Outside Lowry. He can't hit that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Dinwiddie. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look. Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Nets trail by 6. Inside. Here's Allen. Anunoby sends it back.
Showing signs of being a high-level defender. Anunoby can guard multiple positions and challenge shots.
And finished off by Siakam.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Allen. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Ibaka, the pass to Lowry. Siakam outside. There's the dish to Ibaka. Shoots over KD. And another basket for Toronto.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
At the elbow, it's Allen. Nets passing it around, and another turnover here by Brooklyn. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen, and Harris subbed in for Karis LeVert. And then for Toronto, Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Dinwiddie right side. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Yep, it counts.
Attacking the heart of the defense, Durant on the finishing end of a smart play design.
Down low. And Siakam throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now here's Jordan. In the corner, it's Harris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Marcus All.
DeAndre is very skilled at going up into contact. Tough for the defense to be able to stop him without fouling.
Prince is checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Irving. Raptors also changing it up. Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Kyle Lowry.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Fast break, Toronto. And the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Prince in the corner. Back to Dinwiddie. That will count. And so it's Toronto up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts, reminiscing about his championship year with Coach.
It was always a team, and I think we don't.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Yeah, versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
So for Toronto right now, there's Boucher out there with Hollis-Jefferson. Then there's Terrence Davis. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Gasol, and at the center, locking down the middle. Powell kicks to Hollis-Jefferson. Passes to Davis. Back to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Hollis-Jefferson passes to Boucher, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Jordan kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Here's Prince. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Greg, is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Powell, the pass to Ibaka. Van Vliet wide open. Sinks the triple. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 13 now for Toronto.
No hesitation from Fred Van Vliet. Assertive off the catch and shoot.
Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Harris. Nets passing it around to the middle. And the pass to LeVert. Here's Luwawu. Left side, Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Powell with the steal. Fast break, Toronto. Van Vliet with the ball. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Was shot by Jordan, no good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Ibaka, and stolen by Harris. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Oh, that's blocked. And Toronto turns it over again.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Luwawu. Raptors also changing it up. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondae Hollis Jefferson. And it's Lowry in for Powell.
And with solid size at his position, LeVert's able to make shots over the tight defense.
Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. For three, Van Vliet. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Durant, the pass to Allen. Lowry brings the double. Outside Irving. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Allen. 6 to shoot. Out to KD. Here's LeVert, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability. The innate ability of Siakam to see the play forming and gets where the team needs him.
Irving passes to Harris. To the paint. Here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Over to the wing. For 3, Van Vliet. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Irving attacking, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Ibaka, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got 6.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny, what's your... And that's going to...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Fred Van Vliet really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard position. So that's the Nets 5.
That's what you get from a veteran playmaker. If you get open, Lowry will find you.
And you look over the course of Kyle Lowry's career, he's bounced around for quite some time, but boy, has he found a home in Toronto.
And you know, GA, a few summers back, had a chance to leave, but he stayed with the Toronto Raptors. What a decision that was. Reason why? He helped lead this team to their first title Kyle Lowry's beloved by this franchise. He'll go down as one of the all-time great Raptors. 3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
It's stolen. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. Passes it to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Lowry for 3. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists in the game. Dinwiddie outside. Durant in the corner. To the inside. Allen lays it up off the glass. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Back to Lowry. The pass to Van Vliet. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Dinwiddie finds LeVert. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
So it's Toronto now. Toronto with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Out to the right wing. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Over to the left wing. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Dinwiddie. He is looking for Siakam and finds him. And Lowry has it in the corner. Fires from deep. The rebound by KD. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. Here's Irving. That shot is off. Good D by Siakam. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Outside Lowry. To the wing right side. Here's Anunoby. The three-pointer no good.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Durant against Siakam. LeVert in the corner. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Boucher passes to Powell. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. And it's KD with the rebound. They need this one. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Lowry passes to Hollis Jefferson. Powell for 3. The rebound by the Nets. Dinwiddie outside. He feeds it to Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass. Jordan's got 6.
Few players, if any, hit for a higher percentage inside. Jordan playing to his strengths.
Lowry kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Lowry. Passes it to Boucher. Powell, no one around him, gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 5.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react. but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Raptors, Hollis Jefferson is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Terrence Davis. Then it's Marc Gasol, and it's McCaw in at the point guard position. Hollis Jefferson passes to Davis for 3. Boucher with the ball, and it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
He gets that one. Jordan's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nets. Davis surveying the floor. Out to the wing. The pass to McCaw. Here's Hollis Jefferson. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Gasol with the steal. Outside, Davis. Good on the shot. Davis has got his first basket. And for Brooklyn, their shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. And yes, it's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Outside, Davis to the left wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Hits the three-point bomb. Davis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Boucher with the steal. Gasol up top, guarded by Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Knocked loose, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Luawu. And then for Toronto, Stanley Johnson comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Matt Thomas in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. Davis against Jordan. To the paint. Good D by Gasol.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
To the right side. Outside Thomas. There's the 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Crawford. He's covered closely. Jordan kicks to Crawford. Johnson in the corner. And taken away by Johnson. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Pass to Gasol. It's Davis on the wing. Johnson in the corner. Back to Davis. Clock at 6. Outside Thomas. From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Fred VanVleet.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
At the line for your Nets. And the first one at the line is good.
Much like Marc Gasol, DeAndre was drafted as an unpolished second-round pick. Now one of the more impactful centers around.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Pascal Siakam comes in for Terrence Davis. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Patrick McCaw. Thomas dishes to Gasol. Siakam passes to Johnson. In the corner, it's VanVleet. From outside the arc. That one doesn't go. Jordan high post. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Temple. Misses there. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
these players. Obviously, the #1 draft pick coming to that team and learning about his background, almost making collegiate sports and then having an injury and then finding his competitive fire.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center position. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. Right side, Leonard. Stolen away. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. And here's the fast break. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Now here is Lowry. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And Lowry gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
VanVleet passes to Ibaka. The rebound by Paul George.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
For Toronto, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Out to the right wing. VanVleet wide open. Good on the three-point shot.
VanVleet has proven more than capable as a legitimate three-point threat. Knocks down the jump shot there.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And some changes here for the Raptors. Marcus All comes in for Serge Ibaka. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Now, here's Anunoby. Misses the wing 3. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Beverley, the pass to Harrell. Morris trying to free himself up.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet, 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Harrell against Anunoby to the left side wing. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Some changes for Toronto. Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. And Norman Powell subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Davis dishes to Powell. Here's Boucher, and he hits it to tie the game up.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Williams finds Green, goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Fast break, Toronto. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Davis, the pass to Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Powell. Inside, stolen by Jackson. Can they get it? Keeps it alive, and Green is right there.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Davis. Some solid defense there from Jackson. The Clippers in the lead. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good. Shamet.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Now here's Gasol. Down low. Boucher kicks to Gasol. Powell, the pass to Gasol. The layup off target.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Jackson is out there with Williams. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Green. And it's Shamet in at the small forward.
You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a 5th of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. The shot by Williams, no good. Raptors trail by 6. Well, Doris in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Some of that is about the chemistry that Rondé Hollis Jefferson has with his teammates, right? It's infectious when you share the basketball.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw this game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the technical free throw is good. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Lowry comes in for Norman Powell, and then for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Great open look there. Lowry's got 5 points so far.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Here's Anunoby. Pass to Siakam. Beverly against Lowry. There's the pass to Ibaka. Out left to the wing. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Ibaka's got his first points in this one. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
And the rejection by Zubats.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors, trailing by 5.
Wow, what an easy look Kyle Lowry creates for his teammates. One of the best setup men in the entire league.
And here again, the Raptors in transition. Up the court they go. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. It's his first trip to the line.
What's remarkable here is Fred VanVleet has evolved into such an excellent floor general. This guy has done a tremendous job becoming a legitimate threat as a shooter, a legitimate threat as a passer, and we know unequivocally he is unafraid on the game's biggest stage.
Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Harrell's checked in. Now Beverly. Following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. George against Siakam. Here's Harrell. Davis with some nice D. Raptors have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And Siakam has it in the corner. And he makes good on the layup. Siakam's got the lead up to 1 now for the Raptors.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Harrell, and the wide open shot from Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Floats it up there for Siakam. Anunoby in the corner. Pass to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Leonard against Anunoby. Second chance shot. The Raptors need to get a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game. So thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They only had a couple rough stretches and that's a wrap.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And with Kyle Lowry, the assist numbers don't jump off the page at you, but he has fantastic vision, and his decision-making is also elite.
Greg, for me, what stands out about Kyle Lowry is his willingness to adjust his game based on what his team needs. There's been times in his career where he's been a go-to scorer, and his three-point shooting can be infectious to his team. That toughness on the drive really strikes you. But there's also been times where he takes a back seat to scoring and says, all right, time to get my guys involved. He can do either.
To the middle, it's stolen by Morris. Beverly against Siakam. And it's Beverly missing. Raptors with the lead. Outside for Lowry. Anunoby with it. Leonard's there. Lays it up and banks it in. Anunoby's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
George with the bucket.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
Right wing. Siakam against Beverly. It's tipped. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. The shot's good on the assist by George. Morris has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Here's Van Vliet, and the rejection by Zubac. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Some changes for Toronto. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for OG Anunoby, and it's Powell in for Fred Van Vliet. The Clippers also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Williams comes in for George, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Hollis-Jefferson, following the miss by Lou Williams. And Leonard has it in the corner. No good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Bobs it up for Lowry. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Morris. That shot missing. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Lowry kicks to Powell. Lets the 3 fly. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists now in the game.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expands his range. The more he makes that 3, the more the floor opens up.
Raptors leading by 4. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Williams. Tries yet again. Passes it to Morris. The long distance 3 is buried. Morris has got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Lowry finds Siakam. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Leonard. It's good. And that's 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Siakam, right side. To the inside. Ibaka. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Raptors lead by 1.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
For Los Angeles, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Green dishes to Jackson. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. The kick out to Williams. 6 to shoot. And it's off from three-point range. Hollis-Jefferson with it. The pass to Powell. Lowry has the open look. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Raptors. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Carroll is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And that one drops for him. Lowry's got it all tied up now for Toronto.
Well, nice finish from that point. Kyle Lowry's got a ton of ways to score once he gets into that painted area.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Free throw drops for Lowry.
Boy, Kyle Lowry has carved out for himself quite the career. This guy came in as a dogged defender, and on the offensive end, he's able to create for both himself and his teammates.
And Toronto making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. Patrick Beverly is checked in for the Clippers.
Way to attack it.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
That free throw good from Shamet. And Montrezl Harrell, a fiery competitor, plays the game doors with a lot of emotion.
He does, Kevin. You think about his time playing in Houston, he struggled a little bit. He stewed on the bench, got a reputation as a little bit of a hothead. But look what happens in a new system in LA. The chemistry with Lou Williams. He settles him down a little bit. This city and this organization and his teammates have brought out the best in him. Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Anunoby kicks to Gasol. Makes it off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 1.
Well, you love to see Marc Gasol put the ball on the floor, attack the defense, and finish on the drive. Okay, Mark, we see you.
Beverly finds George. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's George missing. Toronto's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well.
Well, you love to see OG Anunoby be engaged on the offensive end. Boy, being rewarded for looking for his shot.
Now, here is George. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Down low, Gasol with the steal. And here we go. VanVleet heading to the hoop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Throw good, VanVleet. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And so VanVleet nails both of them.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
The Clippers again turning it over.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Outside, Davis. Anunoby in the corner. Back to Davis. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Gasol passes to Van Vliet. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Siakam left side. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Morris against Gasol. Davis dishes to Gasol. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Raptors. Baca comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Williams, he's checked in for Patrick Beverley.
Pascal Siakam. Improvement, yes. Big-time player, no doubt.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. Morris passes to Zubac. And Leonard has it in the corner. Zubac tipped back in for two.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
To the wing on the left. Out to the right wing. Siakam inside the three-point line. And too long on the shot.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Morris, no good. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, what you know is OG Anunoby has certainly seen a lot of the world. This young man, born in London, moved to Missouri as a young man, goes to Indiana University, and then gets drafted by Toronto. That's country to country, folks.
Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Siakam. To the paint, here's Ibaka, and the rejection by Zubac. They retain possession. Back to Lowry, launches it, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boy, not on the same page there, and in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Here's Los Angeles now.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste, not at this point in the game.
Leonard finds Morris. Inside, here's Zubac. Money!
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Here's Siakam. It's off. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Got it!
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
To halt the run. Oh, missed it. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
under the NBA 2K umbrella through the NBA 2K League. What's it like to work with people and see these human interest stories in the league?
I love it, man. I want to shout out our broadcast team for bringing those stories to life, right? You know, and even just like JBM being a former tennis athlete, you know, Bear the Beast played college basketball, Walnut played college basketball.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown. And as the
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4. And here they go. Allen, that's good. Allen's got the first points up on the board here for the Nets.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
And it's Beverley missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Deflects the pass. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates. Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Irving.
Irving doing a nice job there, being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Zubac kicks it out to Leonard. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Beverley against Irving. Beverley the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Love the unselfishness of Beverley. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
To the inside, here's LeVert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Beverley the pass to Zubac. Leonard finds Zubac. In the corner, George with it. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. In transition, here come the Nets. There's the lob to the hoop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's LeVert, and he drops in the layup off the glass. LeVert's got 6 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Clippers trail by 4. Durant with the steal. Pass to LeVert. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, you give Karis LeVert that kind of positioning, guys. I mean, he's going to finish with power.
George passes to Zubac. Dishes it to Leonard. Stolen by Allen. And they're running. Here's Dinwiddie. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
Bucket is good.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's LeVert. 8 points for him. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And then George with the jam.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with. Boy, really nice job to take what the defense was giving him there.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. To the paint, Leonard with the steal. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
Well, I like how Beverly takes advantage of these transition opportunities. He's crafty and clever at getting past the defense.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA season.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Lowry, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team. And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Bobbed up there for Green. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Oh, reversed at home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Shamet. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play. Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Williams has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Luwawu, the pass to Prince. Here's Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Durant comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. KD with the bucket.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with it.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Jermichael Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And George is subbed in for Lou Williams. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert's checked in for Prince. From deep, George. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. LeVert the pass to KD. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And Harrell slams it in.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Knocks it loose. Harris dishes to Jordan. Great D that time from Harrell.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. 1:11 left in the first half. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
And there's the pass to LeVert. Jordan kicks to LeVert. For 3, Harris. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. For 3, Durant. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Leonard finds George.
And some serious ingenuity from Leonard there. He sees the opening and then just makes the right read.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Reggie Jackson. Jared Allen's checked in for the Nets. LeVert from outside. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 6. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
3 on 3. Here's George. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Beverley for 3. And that does it for the first half of play. Clippers ahead. They lead by 8. And now let's catch. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the team. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One of the stories here, guys, Karis LeVert getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard, and it's a small forward. That's who's out there. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Here's Beverly. And Durant sends it back.
KD's defense has really taken a huge step forward. I mean, excellent at blocking shots now, and he's a better help defender. Man, he's putting that reach to good use on the defensive end.
Oh, Leonard in position. The Clippers again turning it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the two teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the two teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the three and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Irving kicks to KD. The tray. Tries again. And Allen with the layup. Allen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Zubac the pass to Shamet. His three-pointers off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
No easy way to hold KD down. He's slick, he's slippery, he's smooth with the ball. That's why he draws fouls.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And the Nets making a change here as well. Jordan's checked in. There's Shamet. Off target with his three.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, at this stage of his career, Jordan not only knows his role, but thoroughly and fully embraces it. He's out there to provide energy and hustle on defense and on the glass.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. Here's Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Williams has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Boy, he twisted his body up right there just enough to create space. Williams so slick and ill-like inside.
Harris outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Back to Williams. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Williams has got 8 points.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Shamet. Williams against Prince, and there's the feed to Green. Back to Shamet. Passes it to Zubac. 3 on the clock. They get it back. Over Jordan. Green breaking loose. No good from Zubac.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
And Luwawu Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Green. George is checked in for Williams. And it's Jackson in for Landry Shamet. And then for Brooklyn, Karis LeVert's checked in for Lowry. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Down low, Jordan. Rebound by Harrell. The Clippers in the lead. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
LeVert with a wide-open look. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Eight seconds left to play in the third. Jackson down low with 1 on the clock. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So for Brooklyn now, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Pass to Beverly. Stolen by LeVert. Dinwiddie with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Harris to take the lead. Another shot. And KD finishes inside. KD's got 4 points this quarter. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. Both free throws good from Beverly.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
To the middle, stolen by Allen. And here we go, the fast break with Dinwiddie. And he gets it to go. And the Nets lead by 4.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
And George able to finish.
Well, I think you've got to like and appreciate the effort there, the hustle. George staying with the possession, then uses his length to finish off the miss. Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Beverly dishes to Jackson. Back to Beverly. And here's Morris for 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to LeVert. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
You know, what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handle. Rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Montrezl Harrell, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Reggie Jackson. George, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Leonard brings the double team. Allen's shot is off. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Leonard. And that one, good. Leonard's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
LeVert from outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. George. And that one is off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. LeVert the pass to KD to stop the run. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you've got to be careful and skillful in how you guard Irving. I mean, he's really adept at drawing fouls.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Morris into the lane. Stolen by LeVert. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
One-on-one here. Here's KD. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Boy, that's a tough take there by Durant. He gets off the shot, his finesse coming into play there, and he's able to draw the foul as a result.
And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard finds Beverley. Now the pass to Zubac. And Leonard has it in the corner. Misses the tray. Irving looking over the floor. Dinwiddie left side. Misses the shot. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of everyone. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
competitive athletes says a lot about what it takes to be a 2K League pro.
And speaking of being a 2K League pro, you guys have some great stuff going on right now with team tournaments. Let the 2K fans know what you guys are up to.
Yeah, the NBA 2K League Draft Prospect Series, which allows teams for
And with three.
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. So the Nets starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Durant.
Nice pass by Kevin Durant. Has a good feel to find his teammates.
VanVleet kicks to Lowry. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
Here's VanVleet. After the basket by Brooklyn. Here now is Dinwiddie. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I mean, Kyrie, too pure of a shooter to let him catch and shoot with that much space.
Here's Lowry, and he banks in the layup. Lowry's got his second basket of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Siakam. VanVleet left side. Siakam outside. Pass to Ibaka. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
And Pascal Siakam can absolutely score in bunches. Put up 25 in a quarter last season, and when he gets going, look out.
GA, when Pascal Siakam is on, it seems like he's involved in every play. Must stay consistent. But you know what? He's a special player who can carry a team to win on any given night.
The Nets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Irving double team. Allen off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh my goodness, 5 straight coming out of the gate.
VanVleet against Dinwiddie. VanVleet passes to Ibaka. And that one drops.
Something that's really evolved for Ibaka, the ability to absorb contact while maintaining control.
Here's LeVert. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Raptors trail by 4. VanVleet passes to Anunoby. And Ibaka kicks to Lowry. Second shot opportunity. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Down low. Good D by Siakam.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And Lowry gets it to go. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Dinwiddie finds Allen, and the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Pass to VanVleet. Back to Siakam. Feeds it to Ibaka. Doesn't go that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Allen right side. Back to Dinwiddie. Looking for Allen and gets it there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Siakam.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Jordan can't get it to go.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Gasol wide open. He fires. And again, Toronto no luck. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. That one drops for him.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Right side Gasol. Outside for Davis. Up top Powell. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first quarter. Nets lead by 4. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
Goes up off the inbound. One-on-one fast break. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam. And that'll tie this game up.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Powell kicks to Davis, and he makes that one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Passes to Jordan. Poked away. Harris outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Raptors with the ball. The Raptors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Powell, the pass to Davis. Now Boucher, guarded by Prince. Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
And it does not take much for Gasol to throw it down. Just feed the big man inside, and he's good to go.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie against Davis. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Now here's Powell after Taurean Prince's miss. And that one is good. And now a 4-point Raptor lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Norman Powell. The Nets also changing it up. KD's checked in for Taurean Prince. Karis LeVert comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Dinwiddie. Here's Harris after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Stolen. Now the Raptors moving it up. Davis has got the ball to the left side wing. And a wide open look for Siakam. From outside off the mark. Nets trail by 6. The kick out to Irving. Here's Harris. And Gasol sends it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And the Raptors with some changes. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. And the Nets making a change here as well. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Here is Lowry. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Rugged finish by Serge. Takes the hit, converts through it for a potential and one.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
Fred VanVleet, a weapon from the outside, has a great shot that he can pull up at a moment's notice. He's consistent on catch and shoots as well as off the dribble.
And so VanVleet nails both of them.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Irving kicks to KD. To the paint. Here's Allen. The kick out to Irving. Takes the three. Rebound by the Raptors.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
VanVleet passes to Siakam. Clock at 4. The Raptors need to get a shot off. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Harris outside. It's LeVert on the wing. Allen right side. Banked in off the glass.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
For three, VanVleet. Wow, huge buzzer beater. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break. Or third.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. And Kyle Lowry, one of the great do-it-all guards in the NBA. Kenny, in your... And that...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Siakam finds Ibaka. Lowry against Irving. Lowry can't get it to go. And here we go, the fast break with Dinwiddie. Here's KD. Goes back up. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Dinwiddie.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And Ibaka slams it in.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All Van Fleet does is make winning plays.
Here's LeVert. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Raptors leading by 8. Floats it up there for Siakam. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. He dishes it to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. A rebound by the Nets. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Durant, the pass to Dinwiddie. Great D that time from Van Vliet. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. For 3, Siakam. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And he lobs it up toward the rim and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Powell, he's checked in for the Raptors. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Here's Luwawu. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Siakam's running. It's good. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward. Rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
And Ibaka slams it in.
And for Serge nowadays, most of his offense comes from beyond the arc or at the rim.
Anunoby sends it back. Powell, no one around him. Anunoby, it's good on the putback. And the Raptors lead by 14.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Prince outside to the inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Anunoby with it. Guarded now by Prince. Floats it up there for Siakam. Prince against Anunoby. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Here's Boucher, comes in for Pascal Siakam. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred Van Vliet. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
To stop the drought. The shot by Jordan, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
This is his first free throw of the game. LeVert's checked in for Kevin Durant. Both good from the line that time. 1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's LeVert. Toronto grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
And with those points, he's able to stop a 15-0 run by the Raptors.
Davis finds Hollis Jefferson. Now here's Powell from downtown. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Inside. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Irving.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open. 3-second
difference between shot clock and game clock. Toronto working the ball around now. 12 seconds left to play here in the third. 5 on the clock. Gasol kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Foul for 3. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Toronto controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Karis LeVert is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Allen. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. Just 5 to shoot. It's Powell on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Poke loose. Powell with the steal. Lobs it up for Lowry. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Harris. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 3 from Davis. Hollis Jefferson with it. He's against Allen. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Davis for 3. That shot off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And it's LeVert missing. And it's Davis with the ball for Toronto. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And Thomas has it in the corner. Johnson outside. There's the pass to Ibaka. For 3, Van Vliet up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
To the paint and stolen by Siakam. On the wing, Johnson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Outside for Thomas. Shot clock at 3. To the right side. For 3, Van Vliet. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. That one wide left. Toronto leading by 21. Johnson outside. For 3, Van Vliet with the tip, and Ibaka is right there.
Having a tremendous game here. Ibaka's been on fire, and the defense has failed to adjust.
It's stolen by Johnson. A minute 50 left in the fourth. The dish to Ibaka. Van Vliet left side. 6 to shoot. This one for 3, and the 3 ball is good.
You have to respect Fred's range. If not, he'll make you pay.
Outside Irving. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. 3-pointer, LeVert knocks down the 3 ball. LeVert's got 6 in the quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Raptors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Serge Ibaka.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Siakam, and McCaw is subbed in for Fred VanVleet.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Hollis Jefferson to the left wing. Thomas gets a wide open look. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For...
whole team is able to enter and win draft eligibility. That draft eligibility will allow them to participate in our December winners event, and hopefully, if they're selected, they'll be able to participate in our February combine.
I want to pick your brain a little bit about.
Coming up next. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. GA.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Kicks it out to VanVleet. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Passes it to Leonard. Stolen away. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here is Lowry. Here's Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Morris against Lowry to the inside. And that one's good. Beverley.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Doesn't go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Siakam against Zubac. And here's George. Shoots over VanVleet. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Here's Siakam, and he uses the glass on the layup. Siakam's got his second basket.
And how about the experience of Lowry on full display there? Just finding the open man, and guy's been doing this for now over a decade.
Now here's Leonard. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. VanVleet with the ball.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's George after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Down low, Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here is Morris. High post, Zubac. Stolen by VanVleet. Makes it off the glass. VanVleet's got 5 points so far.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And the dunk by Zubac. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Here's Morris. after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And the dunk by Zubac.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Ibaka, and Ibaka is right there.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Now here's Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Outside, George. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Here's Harrell. Outside, George. Clock at 6. No good with the triple. One-on-one here. He lobs it up. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the first. Back to Williams. Outside Jackson. Here's Green. No good on the last second attempt there. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Montrezl Harrell. Jackson is out there with Williams. Then it's Green, and it's Shamet in at the 3. Here's Harrell after the Raptors pick up 2. Comes up empty down low.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here is Davis. Back to Powell. Raptors moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Lob pass to Gasol.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Shamet, the pass to Green. Harrell trying to free himself up. Green, no luck. Raptors leading by 7. Here's Powell. Rebound by Williams.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And it's Shamet missing. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. There's the feed to Green. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Williams kicks to Green. Floats it up there for Harrell. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the basket is good.
He's so good at driving to the rim. Even though he's a little bit older, Williams still with great speed, change of pace, and picks the right angle.
Now here is Davis. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Hollis Jefferson with it. Working on Williams. Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Williams finds Shamet. No good with the layup. Toronto leading by 10. Puts it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. The pass to Boucher. Outside Gasol. Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. The Raptors need to get a shot off. A three-pointer off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Here's Toronto now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Shamet. Los Angeles with another miss. Gasol with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
The compliment that Harrell gets often is the fact that he's just so tireless a worker, and that energy is something that both coaching staffs and teammates appreciate.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Outside for George. Leonard inside, working on Ibaka. Ibaka with some nice D. Raptors leading by 17. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. A wide open look here for Ibaka. Misses the three. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. George finds Harrell. Back to George. Pass to Beverley. Taken away. And again, Toronto running the court in transition. Lobbed up there for Van Vliet. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors. Feel it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead in the...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So for Toronto right now, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Now here's Van Vliet. 17-point lead, their biggest, and it's good for 2. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas, it must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons,
right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to scream down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Now here's Leonard. Back to Beverly. It's stolen by Lowry. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Zubac finds George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Landry Shamet's checked in for Morris. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And the three off target. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Now Shamet. And the dunk by Zubac.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Shot clock at 6. And the Raptors miss again.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And he lays in the alley-oop.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Van Vliet outside. Lowry finds Siakam. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Jackson. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Davis. Pass to Gasol. That's tipped. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Count the basket.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Davis, the pass to Gasol. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. They can't stop the run with that one.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Fast break, Toronto. Davis, that's for 2. And that one released in time, but no good.
Like to see when an offensive player takes some pride in the defense.
And so it's Toronto, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Paul George is out there with Morris, and it's Harrell in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now Powell. Paul George missing from long range. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough. Keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Now here is Davis. Launches a three. Rebound by Harrell.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And it's George missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Now here's Powell. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. The three from Davis. They get the rebound, and Gasol able to finish. And the Raptors lead by 20.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. George against Anunoby, and that one's good. George.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Over to the wing. Anunoby kicks to Davis. Back to Anunoby. Outside, Davis. It's Powell on the wing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. Off target from outside.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Beverly dishes to George. Back to Beverly. The kick out to Williams. To the middle. Here's Harrell. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now Lowry. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Lowry kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Raptors moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Anunoby in the corner. Davis has the open look. That three off the mark. Clippers trail by 19. Here's Leonard. The putback. The putback. Harrell on the foul.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Raptors.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Then for the Raptors, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Gasol. Pascal Siakam comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. Leonard looking around. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Throws it up high. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
Yeah, Leonard has the ball in his hands a ton, and those are some big hands. Comfortable handling the rock and making plays.
Lowry for three. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Now, here's Siakam. Van Vliet can't get it to go. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Zubac's the pass to Morris. Leonard, that's for two. Rebound by the Raptors. Anunoby has the open look. Got it.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
control what you can control, right? You know, be the best player you can be in your team tournaments. Be the best teammate you can be. Make sure your team has the most chemistry on and off the court.
The borough of Brooklyn is the location for the Clippers. For Brooklyn, they pride themselves on each and every... Hello, basketball fans. You've got it. DH.
Well, Kevin.
David Aldridge, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Back to Allen. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
Allen inside. Zubac defending. LeVert against Morris. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Outside, George. Here's Zubac. Outside for George. Over to the left wing. Beverly for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Durant.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
The Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Irving drives in. That one falls.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed. Look out.
Morris finds Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's George. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Clippers trail by 4. On the wing, Morris. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Durant with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving leading the charge. They that time from Leonard.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
And the rejection by Zubac. Allen, that's good. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Beverly. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Patrick Beverly on the inside. Okay, we see you.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. He feeds it to Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Allen's got 8 points. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. Tipped away. Irving with the ball. Leonard picks him up. The shot's good from Irving.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Wound up there for Allen. Paul George with the steal. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Well, the length of Paul George creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Passes it to Allen. A second chance effort. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers trail. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarro in for Dinwiddie. The Clippers also making some changes. Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Floats it up there for Harrell.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Jordan, the pass to Prince, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris. George has got 11.
Well, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
Back to Jordan to end the run. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams. Here is...
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had a lot of turnover.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Inside we got Prince and Jordan. Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harris in at the small forward. Shamet, nice move. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Nets trail by 6. Down low. Here's Luwawu. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, They got it right with the review.
It's deflected. Harrell, the pass to Green. And the shot is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And it's Prince penetrating. Looking to end the run. That one misses. Great D that time from Harrell. To the inside. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Williams has got his first 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Right side, Jordan. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Shamet with it. Guarded now by Prince. And that one's good, Shamet.
Well, the threat to score is real when Lou Williams has the ball, but he uses that to set up his passing game.
Luwawu, the pass to Harris. The kick out to Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. And it's Williams with the jam.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
A nice shot by Jordan.
And with those points, he's able to stop a 15-0 run by Los Angeles.
Shamet, the pass to Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Jared Allen's checked in for the Nets. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. Durant kicks to Harris from past the arc. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And here's Los Angeles. Huge run right now for them. Going 19-2. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 21. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Goes back up.
Come on, man, take that.
To the paint. It's tipped. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dinwiddie. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Durant for 3. It's hauled in by George. Inside, Beverley kicks it out to Leonard. The 3. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Los Angeles on top, opening up a huge gap. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 11 points and the greatest bench score. And that does it for our half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. They've got Ivica Zubats. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Out left to the wing, here's Dinwiddie. Offline with his 3. Clippers leading by 23. Leonard the pass to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 13 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Do you not love that by any means necessary attitude from Jared Allen, able to finish through the contact?
And the Nets making a change here. Prince is checked in. Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
So important to balance your three-point shooting stroke with the ability to put it on the deck. What a drive by Taurean Prince.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jared Allen. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Clippers also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
The improved touch of Jackson, especially from range, now making him a multi-dimensional threat.
Nets passing it around. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. And then for Los Angeles, JaMychal Green comes in for Marcus Morris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kawhi Leonard.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And good that time. Jordan's got 6.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
And it's Harrell missing, and JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. LeVert's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Prince finds Jordan. Here's Luwawu. Fires the 3. But they get it back. From the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What's up?
It would take extraordinary discipline from a defensive player not to foul Lou Williams. That's how good this guy is.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. 1:15 left to play in the third. In the corner, it's Harris. Prince outside, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Nets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. .105 left here in the third quarter. Out to the wing, shoots. Another shot. A nice shot by Jordan. He's got 8.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
On the wing, Green. Here's Zubac. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. To the paint. Out to Harris for the 3. That shot off, so the Clippers will take it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Shamet. LeVert grabs the miss. Harris looking it over. Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. On the wing, Harris. Three-pointer, LeVert. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Karuch is out there with Jordan. And it's Tyler Johnson, then it's Garrett Temple, and it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The offensive rebound. Jordan shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, DeAndre Jordan making his presence felt at the offensive end. Nice.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate. You've got to have a short memory, put a poor first half in your rear view, and now make an impact.
Crawford with the steal. Johnson attacking. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Man. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Pass to Karuch. Nets passing it around. No good on the 3.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Jackson misses. Nets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Here's Karuch. That one a little long. The Clipper shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. The pass to Man. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Patterson. Here's man. Passes it to Patterson. A 3-ball. Los Angeles with another miss. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. The 19-foot shot, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Magruder's got his first bucket in this one.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Jordan, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. In the corner, it's Patterson. Pass to man. Here's Magruder. Pass to man.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Johnson finds Jordan. That one goes in.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Williams dishes to Patterson. And Rodion Kurucs picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Patterson. His three-pointer's off the mark. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Dorisburg, David